Welcome to the lair of the Batty Boffin.
Hi there Batty fans, it's time for another video all about algebraic fractions. Now in video 1 I introduced these as just being exactly the same as normal fractions, except they've got letters in instead of numbers, and we treat them exactly the same for adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing. Now video 1 we looked at multiplying and dividing because they're quite easy. From here onwards we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting because they're the ones you more normally come across and they are the bit trickier ones. So here I've got a couple of algebraic fractions which we're going to add. Now hopefully you remember that when we add or subtract fractions you have to have the same bottom number, they have to be the same kind of things, and then we simply add the tops. Now these two we've got here, 1 over x and 2 over 3x, are very nearly the same kind of thing. So we just need to do a little bit of fiddling with the left hand one to make it be the same as the right hand one on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is rewrite that left hand one, multiplying top and bottom by 3. Okay, 3 over 3x, hope you're fine with that. So we can add on to that 2 over 3x, and the answer is simply 5 over 3x. Okay, it's as easy as that. You just get the same bottom number and then you add the tops. Now that's a fairly simple example. Normally they're a little more complicated than that on the bottom, but just to make sure you're happy with them, I'm going to give you one of these to do, okay? Okay, this one's a subtract, it works exactly the same way. You get the same bottom number and then you simply subtract the tops. So, pause the video and have a go at that one now. Okay, hopefully you got that one right. Let's just work through it. We're going to change the bottom one of this to match that one over there. So we're going to have 4 over 2x, take away, and then I'm going to double top and bottom. 6 over 2x. That's supposed to be an x. Kind of a weird thing. So that gives us 4 take away 6 is negative 2 over 2x. And you can actually simplify that one into negative 1 over x if you want to. Okay with that? Right, I'm going to wipe down the board and then we're going to come along with some ones that are slightly more complicated. See you in a minute. Right, here we've got some algebraic fractions that are slightly different but no more difficult. For these two we need to have the same bottom number and we're going to use 3x. We're using 3x because it's 3 times something and it's x times something. In other words, it's in the 3 times table and it's in the x times table. So we're going to use 3x for the new bottom number. Whatever you multiplied the bottom by, you do the same to the top. Here I timesed it by x, so I'm going to times the top by x to give me 2x squared. And here I multiplied the bottom by 3, so I'm going to do the same on the top to give me 12. Okay? Now the bottom is the same, so we simply add the tops to give 2x squared plus 12, whole thing over 3x. And that's the answer. It doesn't particularly simplify. You can't cancel x's because there's no x there. You can't cancel by 3's because that doesn't. But if you can cancel, you do, but this one doesn't. Okay, so this is exactly the same as the others. We get the same bottom number and then add, or in this case, subtract the tops. So, if you'd like to pause the video and have a go at the green one, please. Right, let's work through that one. For the new bottom numbers on these, we're going to use x squared. That one's already as x squared. This one needs timesing by x on the bottom, so we times it by x on the top. Okay? Gives us an answer of 3x plus 4 over x squared. You could put 4 plus 3x, that's totally fine as well. And again, the x's don't cancel because there's no x in that 4 term there. Okay, hope you got that one. Have a go at the purple one, please. Right, let's look at the purple one. Now for the bottom number on here, we're going to need something that 2x is its times in its times table and something that's in the 3 times table. Okay, so we're going to need 2's go into it and 3's go into it and x's go into it. So the smallest thing we've got is 6x. Remember, it's a minus. The bottom got times by 3, so we do the same to the top. And the bottom here got times by 2x, so we do the same to the top. So that's 2x times 5x. Hopefully you got that as 10x squared. Okay, and now we just need to take them away. I'll do it down here, I think. On this one, I swapped the order of the two things to make it look neater at the end, because it was an add. Please note this one's a takeaway. We can't just swap the order of the things on the top. So I'm going to write that as 9 minus 10x squared, whole thing over 6x. If you wanted to write it with the x term first, you'd have to say negative 10x plus 9. Okay, just watch the negatives on that one there. So 9 minus 10x squared over 6x. Okay, hope you got on with those. Come back in the next video and we're going to be looking at some slightly more complex ones. See you next time, Batty fans.